Thank you for clicking on the video. Here today, we are talking about another Laserdisc feature. We're going to talk about the Ghost in the Darkness on Laserdisc, the HC3 Dolby Digital Laserdisc. And we're going to talk about whether or not this Laserdisc is demo worthy or if it falls short of its DVD counterpart. So stay tuned. So before I get into the actual review and my thoughts on the Ghost in the Darkness AC3 Laserdisc, I do want to mention a little story about this film. This is a cult classic film for me. It holds a lot of nostalgia because I used to watch this movie quite a bit growing up on an old VHS tape that I had at my grandparents' house, and then I took it home and watched it there, and I watched this movie quite a bit, and it holds a small other kind of nostalgia thing for me because I don't know up to this day if they're still there, but at least at the time this film came out, the lions that are talked about in this movie were at the Field Museum in Chicago. So I've actually seen these lions in person at the Field Museum. And so there was always this nostalgic kind of link and stuff with me with this film when it came out. Now, that being said, up until just a handful of years ago, when I got the DVD release of this film, which I have right here, the DVD release, I had never watched this film in surround sound or in widescreen. It had always been that old VHS tape, just pan and scan 4:3 stereo kind of edition that I had always watched. So I had watched it for the first time in widescreen and in surround sound on this DVD. But then, just a few weeks ago, when I was down at the Record Exchange in one of my videos I posted, I got the AC3 Laserdisc because I had heard some pretty good things about this Laserdisc pressing and this kind of audio mix and stuff that's on here. So let's talk about that briefly. Now, is this Laserdisc pressing the best version to get on home media? Now, I know they have a Blu-ray release. I've not watched the Blu-ray release, although I like this movie enough that I would probably enjoy watching it on Blu-ray just to see the differences. But between this Laserdisc and the DVD I have, is the Laserdisc here the better option? And to be completely honest, I don't think so. I think the DVD might be a better option. At least for my setup, it comes down to picture quality. As I've said in previous videos, the Laserdiscs tend not to look the greatest quality here in my home theater. It's serviceable enough, but it still looks a little bit off in terms of the quality. And I think that has to do with my Emotiva processor and some other things kind of in my chain, in my home theater setup, which I need to probably run a direct line to my projectors from the Laserdisc player for video, see if that changes how everything looks. But the way I have it set up right now, the video quality is serviceable, but it's nothing special on the Laserdisc. Where I feel like the DVD version will give you a lot better kind of video quality because there's so many better upscaling options in terms of 4K players and Blu-ray players. So both my Panasonic 4K player and my Cambridge Audio Blu-ray player can upscale the DVD way better, and it just comes out much more film-like in those aspects where I think the Laserdisc kind of falls short. Now the audio is kind of a give and take. I do think the audio is serviceable enough, good enough on the DVD, whereas I think maybe the audio is slightly more dynamic on the Laserdisc, especially when they go into the old hospital to set a trap for the lions. And you can hear the lions moving all around the outside of the building. They kind of go under the building, they head up along the sides of the building, one lion jumps on the roof, and you can hear all the little intricate noises around the actual building in that old hospital. And I feel like that's more dynamic on the Laserdisc than it is on the DVD. There are a few other moments, you know, some gunshots and just some louder train kind of noises and stuff just seem a little more detailed and a little more dynamic on the Laserdisc release. But really the DVD and the Laserdisc are pretty similar in terms of that, maybe with a slight edge to the Laserdisc. So all in all, this is a short video. I'm not going into too much detail or depth here, but for me, I think if you were looking to add this film to your collection, I think the Blu-ray would probably be a good pickup. I believe it's done by Shout Factory. They usually do a pretty good job of restoring like cult classics and classic films. Although I've never seen it, I think that would probably be a good pickup. But out of the film versions I've seen here in my home theater, I think the DVD would be a better option, just because I think the upscaling features of more modern 4K and Blu-ray players are going to produce a better image than what the Laserdisc is going to give you. And the audio is going to be somewhat 50-50 between the two. You may be sacrificing a little bit of audio on the DVD, but I don't think it would be enough to sway you away from a DVD version for the picture quality. So yeah, so here in this video, this is kind of an odd one where I'm not recommending a Laserdisc, where the couple Laserdisc videos I've done before here has really been like positive and promoting the Laserdisc. I really think, unless you just want it for your collection, this Laserdisc here of The Ghost in the Darkness is probably not your best bet. I would say if you're out to get a used copy and you can't find the Blu-ray, I would probably go with the DVD. I think it's gonna just be a better experience overall for you in your home theater. And with that, that's going to wrap this short little video up. I hope you enjoy the content. Definitely consider leaving a comment down below if you've seen this film, what your thoughts are on it. If you own the Laserdisc, the DVD, definitely let me know if you have the Blu-ray and see if that's a worthwhile pickup for my collection. Also, let me know if you've been to Chicago and seen the Lions at the Field Museum, because I've personally seen them a bunch of times and actually saw them before I even knew about this film. So yeah. With that, I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to wrap this video up, and I will see you the next time in the next video right here on Secondhand Home Theater. Thank you.